The beginning of Rainbow Friends. Trenton and Oswald. It all started with a boy named Oswald, who had an extraordinary imagination. At just 10 years old, he spent hours drawing colorful creatures, monsters that were friendly, strange, and full of personality. His father, Trenton, a scientist fascinated by Oswald's ideas, believed there was more to these drawings than just childhood fantasy. Inspired by his son's creativity, Trenton and Oswald founded Rainbow Friends. One day, Trenton looked at one of Oswald's first creature drawings and had a wild idea. What if he could bring it to life? He began experimenting in his underground lab, eventually developing a strange formula, a mixture of science and mystery designed to give life to imagination. To activate it, he built a transformation machine. Trenton placed the formula inside the machine and expected to create a single creature. But instead, 4 lookies emerged all at once. He decided to program bodies for the creatures and asked Oswald what colors they should be. Together, they created their first rainbow friend. Blue. The King Blue was kind, loyal, and noble. Since he was the first, Trenton made him the leader, giving him a crown and naming him King Blue. He and Oswald became best friends, spending every day together. Green. The Blind Tracker. The green lookie was born blind, so Trenton enhanced his body with special sensory features. Green couldn't see, but he could sense every movement around him. Orange, the Wild One. Orange was fast, unpredictable, and always hungry. Trenton was impressed with how perfectly his body matched his energy. He was a little chaotic, but worked well in the team. Purple, the Hidden One. Purple was shy and nervous, always avoiding attention. Trenton built him a unique body that allowed him to hide away in vents and shadows, where he felt safest. Yellow, the Flyer. Years later, Trenton created Yellow, a new rainbow friend with the ability to fly, something no other RBF could do. Cyan, the most dangerous. Eventually, Trenton developed Cyan, the most dangerous rainbow friend of all. Cyan was designed to be unstoppable, a terrifying guardian that ensured no visitor could escape. The Rainbow Funtime Show. When Oswald turned 18, he and Trenton launched the Rainbow Funtime Show. It was a hit. Families and children came from all over to see the Rainbow Friends perform live. It was fun, colorful, and full of joy. But after 7 years, the crowds began to fade. People lost interest. So Oswald came up with a plan. He built a new amusement park called Odd World right next to the play place, hoping to bring the audience back. But the plan backfired. People loved Odd World, but they completely ignored the Rainbow Friends. Out of frustration, Oswald, now calling himself Red, turned the sign to mislead people into entering the play place instead. But the visitors were not amused. They felt tricked, and their dislike for the Rainbow Friends grew. Hurt and angry, Oswald made a dark decision. The transformation. Red reprogrammed the Rainbow Friends. He removed their kindness. He gave them teeth, claws, glowing eyes. They became monsters. Their mission: eliminate all intruders. After that, no one ever returned to the play place. 10 years later, a decade passed. The play place was forgotten, overgrown, and left to rot. Until a school class came for a field trip looking to see the old Rainbow Friends show again. But they didn't know. The Rainbow Friends weren't here to play anymore. They were waiting. And so begins the Roblox Rainbow Friends story. Chapter 1-2.